I was less than 2 hours from the end of my shift, and 2 days off in a row, during which time I planned to explore the area and began to decide whether I could actually become a South Islander, or whether this was some sort of middle-age crisis come gap year that would end up in my running back to my familiar, beachy Bay of Plenty surroundings, back to the whānau, back to my comfortable life. I'd traded shifts with another doc today because he'd had a family thing to do, which meant I'd been locking my front door to come back into work barely 6 hours after I'd got home. I was used to my sleep schedule changing, as much as your body ever did get used to it. And after a swim and a feed, I'd be sorted. I'd also be out of here before the Friday night piss-ups, the fights, and the accidents. And that would be a bonus, this first week. I'd just finished stitching up a laceration on the hand of a stoical, middle-aged bloke who'd had a mishap with some machinery, a situation with which I was completely familiar, and was charting it when I got the call. A woman delivering a baby around the corner from the emergency department, in the grass, with her kids. A nurse and an orderly grabbed a gurney, and I headed out the main doors in the weak winter sun ahead of them at a very fast walk that was the standard ED gait. You didn't do much ambling along in emergency. I didn't see her at first, bushes in the way. I saw a tradie though, a big Samoan, in his work boots and fluorescent yellow vest, holding a skinny ginger kid by the hand, a kid with something familiar about him. He was choking back sobs, the freckles standing out on his white face, and the tradie said, "It's his mum, Doc, back there behind the trees, like lying on the grass." He pointed. I still didn't see the woman, but I saw the crowd that had gathered. "Show me," I told the kid, and took his hand. I was going to have to keep track of him as well. He was young, maybe 4 or 5. I asked him, "Ran for help, did you?" "Yes," he said, swallowing the hiccuping sob. "My mum said to. I watch for cars, but my baby sister's there and she could run in the road. She's just little." He was pulling me along like he was taking charge of the situation, brave enough to conquer his fear, which was the hardest battle of all. I could see them now, a woman, her long red gold hair, a splash of vivid colour against the green grass. One hand somehow hanging on to a toddler who had the same hair. She was a tiny thing in a striped pink and black top who broke away now and ran toward us. The fast-moving gurney swerved and narrowly missed her, and she threw her arms around her brother, weeping too hard to speak. The woman, when we got there, had her face practically in the grass and was panting with a sound I recognized, the effort not to push. It was an effort she was losing, because she was keening along with the panting. But her hand was reaching for something, reaching for her daughter, calling her name. "Olivia, come here, come, hold my hand." Practically out of her mind with the pain, and still calling for her little girl. It all clicked into place. Poppy something. My cousin's Yank sister-in-law's new Kiwi sister-in-law, who lived in Dunedin, and whom I'd met a month or so ago up in Tauranga at the Yank sister-in-law's wedding. A convoluted relationship, you'd think, but I remembered this once-removed sister-in-law very well indeed. An extremely pregnant but somehow breakable-looking redhead with a face that was all cheekbones and jawline, freckles on her nose, a warm, wry smile, and big eyes the colour of flower poanamu, dark jade with flecks of gold. She'd been wearing a soft pink and green dress and a little pink wrap sweater that rode atop the baby bump, along with low heels that she'd kicked off to dance with her dad or her brother or her son or all by herself. Her smile had lit up the room, and she'd been at that wedding without her husband, which had seemed absolutely wrong. He was travelling, she'd said, working. If you had a woman like that, though, strong and fragile at the same time, and she was that pregnant and caring for 2 little kids as well, wouldn't you do whatever it took to be with her?
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.